I wish my dog would die. People have euthanized pets for literally no good reason. All of what you have when there actually sounds like very, very valid reasons. Truly. He's miserable because you resent him now. You're miserable because you resent him. It's time to euthanize him. Are you keeping him alive out of guilt and obligation? Dogs don't understand why they have medical intervention keeping them alive. They just know love and they know suffering. They want us to be happy. He doesn't get to do all the fun dog things anymore. He sees you stressed and unhappy. That's not a good way for him to live. When I've had to put pet loves down, we have a vet come to the house. We spend the day letting them eat whatever they want and snuggle them all they want, and then they gentle go to sleep in their favorite place feeling loved. You have my permission to take him to the vet and get him help to pass the rainbow bridge. If the vet says euthanasia is the best, then why are you dragging out his misery? I would absolutely put this dog down. This is no quality of life for you. And as a result, no quality of life for your dog. There is no doubt that the only good choice is to let this dog go in peace. Life should be about quality, not quantity. With all his ailments, you'd be doing him a favor. He is probably miserable. Just be in the room with him when he crosses over. Euthanasia is also kindness. FFS, but your dog to sleep. In one of your comments you say you couldn't live with the guilt. But how about the guilt of prolonging his uncomfortable and miserable life far beyond what's kind? Yes, it's hard, but it's the kindest thing. Former tech here. His quality live sounds pretty horrible, to be honest. He's paralyzed and has accidents. I mean, that alone is enough to euthanize. Even though he wants to enjoy his life, it's too much on him. I wouldn't blame you if you did. You just can't provide the quality care anymore. Damn, I'm sorry this is all on you. I foster cats who are often sick, so I can understand how consuming it could be. We also had a dog who had some major health issues and had very special needs as a result. I always tell myself how it's only for a limited time. And when they're gone, I'll be so thankful I kept going and giving them the life they deserve. You're extraordinary for taking care of your dog like this. If I was your friend or family, I would give you a break from it regularly. Is there anyone you are close to you can ask for assistance, maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks? Like a babysitter? I know it's a lot to ask someone. If I could, I'd literally apply to have him rehome to me and then euthanize him. I don't mind the guilt, and this way you wouldn't have to live with it. Having him euthanized is perfectly fine. His quality of life isn't really there. Yeah, he's happy to see you, but he gets anxious the second you're out of sight and is incontinent. That boy is stressed, and overall I wouldn't call his existence one with high quality of life. Think quality of life, not quantity. I really admire and respect what you are doing here, but you can't light yourself on fire to keep others warm. Especially an animal. As much as you love them, and they are important, you are also important, and arguably more so. If your dog is ruining your quality of life, and you can honestly say that you've given them the best life you could for a reasonable amount of lifespan for a dog, I don't think you have guilt to hold here. You matter too. Good God, either put him down or rehome him to a place that can handle it. It's a lot. Your job as the owner is to make sure your pet is having good quality of life. This does not sound like good quality. I had to make this choice for my past dog who had cancer. It's not easy, but it is our responsibility. It sounds like you love your dog very much and have tried your best to take care of them. One of the saddest posts on Reddit. It is your final responsibility as his owner to ensure quality of life and comfort for this dog, neither of which he has. He doesn't want to die. He doesn't understand the concept as we do. Stop being selfish and set your doggo free. You think your dog not being able to control its bladder or poop is having a good life? They all want to live. His quality of life is well below par, and I know it hurts, but euthanasia is kinder. Wincing reading your descriptions of his ailments. Why the fuck are you keeping a paralyzed dog around? How absolutely miserable for them. Once I found out my 9-year-old Dobie had cancer that was not treatable. I couldn't stand by and watch her in pain. It was the toughest and hardest thing I've ever done. And even 20 years later, it still hurts. That said, how dare you come here to complain about your pain, while your dog suffers because of your selfishness? They didn't ask for it no more than you did. You know what is best for them. Why wish your dog to die when from what it sounds like his life is just as miserable as yours when you could do him the service of euthanizing him? Not a vet tech, but agree with what they're saying. Your dog is suffering more than you are. Time to end both of your sufferings. I work with animals including dogs. Unfortunately, it sounds like your dog has little to no quality of life. When this occurs, make vets recommend letting them pass on. I know it sounds harsh, but it is selfish to keep an animal alive who is suffering greatly with no chance of recovery. I have had to make the same decision before with my past animals, and I choose to let them go. They were in pain and were only going to get worse. Please do the right thing. After reading your replies, I've come to the conclusion that you're a selfish individual. Your dog is suffering, and after reading your replies you seem like a selfish person. This dog is paralyzed and pissing and shitting himself. Come on. There is no shame in giving this dog an amazing last day and saying goodbye. Red heart, I'm sorry you're going through this. My dog had some kind of brain lesion and got so bad over the course of a week. We had the option of putting him down or trying him on medication. We medicated him and it was the worst year of his life. And we wished we had picked the other option when we first considered it. My poor boy didn't deserve to feel that way. And didn't deserve how upset we were with him because he was sick. And didn't act like he used to. I miss my boy so much. But I wish I hadn't had that last year with him. He is not enjoying life, my guy. Sometimes we just have to let them go because it's what's best for them. Not for you. It's gonna be okay. I promise. You literally said you wish it would die. Either euthanize it or shut up and deal with it. You can't kill your dog while keeping it happy. Every time I've seen a dog get put down, it's sad, dude. Nobody is okay with their pet passing, but as that animal's partner, you gotta make that decision for it when it can't make its own. Kinda like being a POAYK? I think your vet is right. He is not happy. Aside from the fact he is paralyzed. His separation anxiety may be annoying to you, but it's torture for him. You have been good to try to do right by him, but he's just not comfortable anymore. And neither are you. I know it's a really hard decision, but I think you'd do best by him to relieve him of his pain, physical and mental, by putting him down. You're not failing him by doing so. You're giving him the gift of recast and peace. Unfortunately, it is time to look at QOL, and honestly, from what you said, it doesn't sound great. However, that's a very hard decision to make, and only you know your dog. It's time to actually sit down, maybe with a close friend or family member, and actually think about this. This is never an easy decision, but it's one that must be made. Whichever way you decide, just know that you're doing what you think is best. I wish you the best, and I hope you don't beat yourself up too much about this. It's clear you love him and you're trying your best. It's never easy, and I wish you peace.